kindlings. It's been like 6 months. Look, I'm not the most timely person. I get it. But come on. You give me a chance. Give me a chance here. I put on my best Mackinac for this. You know, to be fair, it is my only Mackinac. But to be fair, the logic still holds up, okay? All right. So, ow. That is sharp. This could kill a vampire or a person. Hope nobody's standing there. Okay. Now, today, I'm going to give you the best life advice you could ever possibly receive. That's right. The best life advice you could ever possibly receive from Paul Bunyan. Come on. You knew there was going to be some kind of... I was going to throw in a catch somewhere. You think... Like, really, there's going to be a catch. Okay. See, I had too many nails this morning. Gives me a little cough. Scratches the back of the throat. Okay. So today, we are going to talk about the Round River. Particularly the Round River Drive. It will change your life or not. But if you've been here this far, you might as well stick to the end. Okay. So... in the legends of Paul Bunyan, his greatest adversary, you know how like Siegfried got the dragon and Perseus had the Hydra, I think. And you know John Henry had the steam drill. Well, Paul Bunyan had the Round River. Now, that might... somebody's calling me. Jeez. Okay, yeah, so that was uneventful call, very uneventful. But back to our story, which is very eventful. If you know me, I present eventful stuff. Okay, look, see here. Now, Paul Bunyan, what happened was he saw a beautiful tract of timber on a 40-acre lot. This timber, but this weren't no ordinary piece of timber. Oh, no. This piece of timber, it was shaped like a pyramid, which is why they call it the Pyramid 40, okay? So it was 100 million feet of timber on a 40-acre lot, because not only would Paul Bunyan log the top, he would log all 4 sides too. Very advantageous, which is a word. Anyway, so he went and bought it outright. He just bought this, and he didn't check it, which is going to come in play later in the story. But if he did check it, we wouldn't have a story to tell you. Hence. So he went and bought it. And the loggers, they logged all winter logging off this big tract of timber, okay? It was winter time. They cut the trees down. They put them on log sleds. The oxen pulled the log sleds to the river. And there are the trees, the logs, the timber, what it is, lied and wait for the spring fall when the logs would be floated downstream to the sawmill. Okay? So time comes for the river drive is what it's called when they move the logs. So time came for the spring drive. So Paul Bunyan and his crew were driving the logs down the river. And they were driving them farther and farther. Well, about 2 weeks gone by. They didn't see a sawmill, but they saw something else. They saw a camp. And this kind of alarmed Paul, because he thought maybe it was a camp, and somebody was taking his timber, working the same plot of land that he paid for. This did not sit well with Paul Bunyan. But anyway, he goes on. About another week or 2 weeks go by, and he sees another camp. And he's infuriated, because how dare these people take his timber? Then he goes by, another week or so, or 2 goes by, or 3. And he sees another camp. Then he thinks, hey, wait a second. These camps look awfully familiar. So they go and investigate. And it turns out this camp is Paul Bunyan's camp. Because the river had no end. It was a round river. It went nowhere. Well, to a logging crew, ain't nothing more annoying than a river that goes nowhere. Because if you can't get the logs to the sawmill, all that work was for nothing. So Paul Bunyan had a problem on hand. So he had been going in circles and circles and circles, but finally he realized he was going in circles. So what did Paul Bunyan do? I'll tell you what Paul Bunyan did. He bought the biggest cow in the world and moved the earth, dug a canal out the round river to a normal river to get his logs to the sawmill, in which he did. Now, you're probably thinking, Linwood, how the hell is that useful in the least bit? Well, it's very applicable. Now, I will say this. That was a Paul Bunyan problem, which required a Paul Bunyan solution. Just as a you problem requires a you solution, you see? So a lot of times in life, you're going to find yourself going around in circles. And you're going to be looking for a way out. And you're going to go in circles, and you're going to go in circles, and this could be a job, it could be a career, it could be your education, and you're always constantly going in circles, and you can't find a way out. Well, there's a reason you can't find a way out. It's because nobody's made a way out yet. See, the best paths in life, a lot of times, are the ones we make ourselves. In logging terms, this is trailblazing. And even in life terms, that still is trailblazing. The reason you can't get out of the round river is because you haven't made your way out of the round river yet. You're looking for the paths in life that are already laid out. But maybe they're not there. Maybe because nobody's laid them, and you have to lay them. And that can be hard, and it can be difficult. But you're not going to get anywhere until you take the first step. And only you can take the first step. See? Now, if you didn't hear the story, and you are going in circles, maybe it's time for you to make your own path. Okay? In closing, I would like to read from the good book of the Hodag and Other Logging Camps by Lakeshore Kearney. A little poem called by a gentleman made in the name of Mallock that commemorates the Round River Drive. 'Twas 64 or 65 we drove the great Round River Drive. 'Twas 65 or 64. Yes, it was during of the war, or it was after, or before. Those were the days in Michigan, the good old days when any man could cut and skid and log and haul, and there was pine enough for all. Then all a logger had to do was to find some timber that was new. Beside a stream he knew it ran to Huron, or Michigan. It goes on longer, but I think that's about all the time for now. Anyway, have a good one. Fair weather and safe travels to y'all. And I'll see you in the inevitable course of events that are to antecede, I think that's the right word, this video herein. Carpe noctem, travelers.